Hi Cancer, I hope you guys are doing great today. Welcome to your general messages for the 15th through the 21st. This is going to be for love and career. I'm going to be time stamping between the love and career. I will be time stamping for career technically because I'm going to start with love. I'm going to pull one full spread for you and then one full spread for an energy that you're dealing with. It doesn't matter if you're with them, if you're not with them right now. It doesn't matter. Just as long as they're in your energy, you will know how to apply it. I hope you guys are doing great today. Remember, these are general messages, guys. You want to take what resonates, throw out the rest. We have a lot of energies going on. I hope all my Cancer friends are hanging in there okay, right? You guys have this solar eclipse happening on the 14th in your 6th and 12th house between those two. So it's like your day-to-day work environment, your health, and your subconscious and your dreams, what it is that you really want. Right, you have that energy. And then Cancer rising, so you guys have that 8th house is the Jupiter and Saturn conjunction that's going to be hitting on the 21st. So check out that video that I did if you'd like, because the next 2 years is going to indicate the next 20 years for all of us. So the first energy we have is listening for the truth. Wow, this is really nice, right? Because this comes with this idea that you're hearing something that's not being said to you right now, right? What do you like? And it's that very thing that you are not actually hearing that's truthful. So you may feel as though you're the only one who's really ready to hear something, right? Maybe your intuition, your spidey senses, it turns way up. But maybe you've been working in a situation or in a partnership, in a loving partnership where truth is consistently denied. Maybe there's a lot of lying that goes on there. Right? Because we live in a world where truth is often avoided out of fear of what might be revealed, right? And at the basis of these kind of actions, consciously or not, is a deep sense of unhealed toxic shame. So if you or someone that you're dealing with is scared that the truth is going to expose rather than free and heal, then there's some personal healing that's required here. So it's really time for letting go of old wounds in favor of a greater sense of self-love and acceptance right now. And whether it's you or whether it's somebody else, it doesn't really matter. But you really listen for the truth and within yourself. Beautiful crowning. Let's pull a wisdom of the oracle and then we'll get right into pulling for your career. Higher power. Yeah, tap it in. Tap it into that higher power. Just give it over. Whenever you can, wherever you can, just give it over. There are bigger things at play here. Bigger things at play. And listen, I think so anyway, because this solar eclipse, remember I mentioned it's happening in your 6th house and your 12th house, and the 12th house is very, very spiritual. It's Pisces. Pisces is a landlord ruled by Neptune, and that's all about our unconscious mind, and it's where the veil is very thin between worlds. So I think that Cancers, as a result of this eclipse, you guys are just going to be so tuned into your spirituality, whether you realize it or not. Things are just going to be presenting themselves to you. Very interesting energy right now for Cancers, for sure. All right, so let's go with relationship, past, present, near future, challenge, final outcome. Okay. I'll pull these cards up as we go along. Okay, I think I'm going to use Tarot de la Nuit. So the first card we have in the recent past, we have the Polar Bear. So this tells me that there was a lot of arguments, Cancer, about what was just like basically necessary for a situation. Like literally, Polar Bear has to do with think about a mother, right? So it has to do with just having enough money to pay bills, the roof over your head, basic sustenance, right? And then it's pointing to the birch broom, which is about arguments. So this does tell me that there were arguments coming into, from the past, arguing about that. And then a new cycle gets incited. But you need to look at something more closely. Working with the Polar Bear. Let me just pull all the cards and then we'll pull all the messages together. So we have the pole working with the polar bear. We have the hangman. So there's some confusion here. Neptune. I'm not surprised, right? Because we do have that solar eclipse in the 12th house energy. So the hangman is, trying to get a different perspective. He's definitely trying to get a different perspective about what's necessary and what's needed, having to do with this relationship. And we have this working with the Eight of Swords, mental clarity. New ideas hitting you, but becoming very clear, though, on something. Then at the same time, there's this idea that there's this inability to commit because you're feeling very overwhelmed. You're struggling to feel overwhelmed. Now, this may be your experience with somebody else, or somebody else has an inability to commit because they're struggling with feeling overwhelmed right now because something became very clear. There's no question, like there's been clarity here having to deal with something within the relationship. And we have this argument. But let's see what's going on with the argument. Okay, the Six of Wands. If you guys are arguing about this, the Six of Wands is about, good news coming in and there being recognition and there being success, right? Having everything that you guys need to have the success. So why are you arguing about it? Why are you arguing about it? Well, we have the Eight of Pentacles here, and this is about, mastering your craft, enjoying your employment, focusing on your employment, focusing on money. This could also indicate, though, focusing on what's necessary for the relationship to be successful, right? Because it's that mastering of anything, right? So it could be mental, physical, emotional connection as well. It doesn't just mean money. So there's mastery. So this news coming in, figuring out what needs to be done to master, to have a really healthy connection. We have the Magician energy. Love it. Magician is Venus and Gemini. It's all about Mercury. It's focus, creativity, turning vision into reality, inspired action. But there's argument here. But it feels like, to me, is a very necessary argument, 100% necessary. Most arguments are. Well, that's not true. But if there's resolution, right? It's all about the resolution. So to me, it seems like there's going to be a lot of arguing about either money or what's necessary for the relationship to work. Why don't we just say that? Now, we have into the near future, you guys going on a new cycle here. This is definitely a new cycle. It's like this message comes in, and this is like from a merry-go-round, right? Up and down, right? Up and down. So you guys might be in the cyclical kind of situation within a relationship. Are you together? You're not together yet, back and forth. Could be, right? Or it just is indicative of a new cycle, a next cycle within a relationship. Now we have Nine of Swords in the reverse, and in the reverse is about rest and recovery and healing and relief from something that was so deeply troubling to you, Cancer, so deeply troubling, having to do with relationship. And then we have the fabulous Four of Wands, which is a honeymoon card. Beautiful. I love this energy, right? This is also a reunion energy. So if you guys were like together, not together, together, not together, this is a reunion energy as well. But it's a strong foundation. It's like the Four of Wands go down. It's like creates a very, very strong foundation. But I do have to say that we are dealing with a little bit of a trippy energy here. And I'm just saying, going back to listening for the truth, there's somebody's being dishonest here. That's what the Queen of Swords in the reverse is, somebody who's kind of cold and dishonest and really like not very nice. So you might not be 100% honest, Cancer, in what it is that you want in this relationship, or what's been going on your end in the relationship, or that's going to be your experience. Like they're going to come in and they're going to be like, hey, let's get married. Whatever, let's heal this. And you may be like, okay, or it could be the other way around. But the fear here, you have to look at something a lot more closely. And what is it? You have to look at the future more closely. There's a star here. This is in your challenge position, right? And the star is about renewal, hope, and clarity, healing, the future, because it's Aquarius energy. Aquarius is all about the future. You need to look at how is the future actually going to really, really roll out. And we have that working with the wheel. And the wheel is about a turning point, taking a chance. And it's like you're having a hard time taking a chance on something because there's something that you don't trust. And that's, listen, Cancers feel like that often. And you guys are quite often very correct in feeling that way. Because if you guys, as I always say, like when a Cancer does not feel safe and secure in something, right? Because you guys are the 4th house of home, you guys are the crab, you will do that crabby side shuffle, right? And you will like shuffle your little self away into a corner and hide if you don't feel like you're in something safe and secure. You can make up 12 reasons why something isn't working for you because you're so afraid of getting hurt. But the thing is, there's you got to really look closely at what might that be. Do you know what I mean? Like, what might that be? Because we do have, it also in your fear, we have this 8 of Swords in reverse, which is about release and this new hope and feeling free from something, but you're afraid of letting go. It's like you're afraid of letting yourself be completely vulnerable in a situation. You're very scared to do that. Now we have here the flowers, which is all about getting some accolades, getting some attention, positive gossip in your direction, okay? But then we have this working with the Empress Reverse. And the Empress Reverse is about dependence on others, limited resources, not being able to grow in something. This could be indicative of fertility issues. Some of you may be struggling with that right now. The fertility issue, if you're in that space in your life where you're trying to conceive. However, we have the Hierophant, which is about honoring the sacred in your relationship and your marriage, and really honoring tradition and convention and expectation and conforming to something, and then really putting in the work. 3 of Pentacles, Mars and Capricorn. So I feel like if fertility is an issue, somebody still loves you anyway. If fertility is an issue on the other side, you still love them anyway. But I do see there is this idea of accolades. Now, for some of you, I have to tell you what I'm getting. It seems like you're in one relationship where it's not growing. The Empress Reverse, it's like not happening. Because the Empress is the mother of the tarot. It's all about growth and expansion. It's not growing. But this indicates having somebody contacting you. Like, to me, like the modern understanding of this is kind of like positive communication on social media, anything like that. Like somebody showing you kindness. Let's just say that on social media. And the Hierophant energy can absolutely be, meeting somebody new that you kind of align with. Like you have the same morals, right? The same, you kind of really both wanting to work at the same thing together. So for some of you, it is going to be that where you're going to be realizing that something is not working anymore the way it was. And there is this other energy that's paying you some nice attention, and you may end up going with them. I do have to say that for some of you. Others of you, there is going to be this realization that the relationship may not, there needs to be this addressing of this dependency issue, of this inability to actually continue to move forward and grow. Or the conversation about, do you feel good in the situation or do you not? All of that needs to be addressed, but it kind of is really sort of veering towards there being this other energy that's coming in that is paying attention to you. But I don't feel like it's because I think it's because you feel, I'm being called to, I don't even know if I made this up or if I read this somewhere a long time ago, but I've been saying it for years, that people are like flowers, and that, it sounds kind of cheesy, but where, they expand and grow in the sun, in the warmth of the sun, and they die and whittle away in the shade, right? So it's kind of this thing where I'm almost feeling like if you're not getting what you need from the relationship, you almost feel like there's part of you that's sort of like dying inside. And it's like these flowers come in and give you this attention, and it's like, oh wow, that's what being alive feels like again, kind of thing. I keep getting this card. This is so insane. Like in that position. It's so interesting to me. Yeah, something needs. So being with you in this relationship was definitely something that was very fortunate for them. They need to look at some. Oh, somebody's got a fear of commitment, Cancer. There you go. Fear of commitment. Okay. So in the recent past, feeling very good about you, right? The Clover energy, very fortunate. We get the Lover's energy. You guys being in the space of saying like, yeah, let's do this. Let's work at this together. Right? Okay, we have the Page of Swords. Let me just pull the cards before I trip myself up here. Yeah, so the truth is something coming out. Page of Swords. Something is illuminated. Something is highlighted. They want to figure out what's necessary to make this relationship work. Right? But right now they really need to understand there's this something they need to look at more closely. And then we have this with the Queen of Cups in the reverse, which is all about very smothering energy, insecure, very insecure. They might have some sort of addiction going on. They have not been very fair with you. We have the Justice reverse, not very fair, dishonesty. This could indicate legal problems, a lawsuit. So if you guys are married, maybe like there's divorce going on here or some kind of unfairness. Tower, it's ending. It's ending. Tower comes in. This is a Mars energy. Mars comes in and says, okay, if the lights are on, it's time to leave the situation, right? In their mind, you know, they need to move away from something in their mind. You don't have to agree with any of this. It's a subjective read, okay? So it means this is the energy of the person that you're dealing with from their point, not from yours. So you don't have to agree with anything. But in their mind, everything was positive in the beginning. Like you guys had this agreement that you guys were going to work at things, right? But then we have this Page of Swords energy that comes in, and like some gossip goes on, and some truth is exposed, right? And then they're in this space of figuring out, you know, first of all, they might have been throwing themselves into their work on the one hand, but on the other hand, trying to figure out, you know, can this be fixed? Again, there needs to be something really worked out here. I don't like it. I mean, the Queen of Cups, it's a very insecure, there's addiction, there's imbalance going on here. Lots of imbalance. Painful ending, though, here. Unwanted change, upheaval, there's upheaval. Lights get turned on. The lights get turned on. Now, this is the thing. They might have had a Tower moment internally. So if you guys are still together, you might be dealing with somebody who had like, you know, Tower moment is like a serious epiphany come to Jesus moment where it's like, I can't keep thinking like that anymore. I can't keep doing that anymore. It's not serving me. It's not fair. I have to recognize this, right? That's what's happening. So depending on your situation, it could be either one of those. But in the near future, we have the compass, right? What do they have to focus on? Well, they have to focus on the future. This is very much what they're doing. But this is more about renewal and hope and inner clarity and having faith. This is something that they really have to do. But they're going to have, man, are they going to do, this is just in the near future, lots of loss, regret, grief, feeling abandoned, feeling unloved, feeling all of these things. Oh, but please, 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 I learned from the past. I want to come back. I want to come home. But the challenge here for them is a commitment. This is all a challenge for them. This is a commitment. It's a commitment issue. And then we have the Three of Cups in reverse. This is like too much partying, irresponsible flirting, gossip. All of this stuff gets in their way. All of this stuff gets in their way. We have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. This is another challenge for them. They could definitely have money issues going on, or at least a poverty mindset. They could feel very vulnerable. They're very insecure. This can be how they view you, but I am getting that it's them. And this is all a challenge, but they're having this challenge of, they can't move away from the situation. Because the Chariot is all about action and change. Moving away from toxicity and going towards that metaphorical home space, which is Cancer, which is you, right? But they can't do it. Like, this is their challenge. But in the final outcome energy, what do we have? We have them wearing a mask, saying one thing, doing another, because I feel like they're confused. And they're confused because they have options and they have commitment issues. So it's weird. It's almost like they don't want to lose you. So the room's keeping you at bay. You got to be careful of lip service. My goodness, Cancer, pay attention for dishonesty here. I don't mean to be. I mean, it's just so obvious here, right? We have the Seven of Cups here. It's too many choices. Commitment issues. There's Five of Swords. It's being an argument here. Five of Swords. Or bully. Or violent, abusive relationship. Things not being any different moving into the future. It's Five of Swords energy. Hierophant. They're not honoring the sacred in your relationship. They're not. They have a hard time with tradition, convention, expectations, conformity, and honoring the sacred in your connection. This is something that they're dealing with, and you need to listen for the truth, and you need to tap into your higher power and stay strong. This is very specific. It's illogical to think that every Cancer is going through this. This is absolutely meant for somebody. There's no question. We have not today. We have abundance, stabbed in the back, lightning. Beautiful. The butterfly. Very good. Not today. Not dealing with her today. Avoiding a conversation or call a person. Boundaries, still angry. So you guys could be avoiding them. They could be avoiding you. Whatever it is. Keep a positive mindset and manifest exactly what it is that you want. Focus on abundance. Don't allow yourself to get sucked up into any kind of negativity. Stabbed in the back, heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shocking attack. Lightning, sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, transformation. And we have the butterfly, relationship evolving into the next phase. Healing the inner child and growth. Now, guys, this could mean the next phase is divorce. The next phase is getting married. The next phase is breaking up. The next phase is fixing something, right? I mean, obviously, it's going to be different for each of you. So let me just pull a couple of cards on that. Five of Pentacles in reverse, and like having some new hope, recovery, hope returning. Seven of Swords in reverse. Somebody's caught and they're punished, and then amends are made. But we do have the Judgment energy here. Making an error in judgment because you're fearing change and you're feeling weak. There's going to be a sense of denial that's going on here. Definitely some sort of cycle that's going on here, my friends. Okay. All right, so this is what we have for the relationship section. Now we're going to clean this up, and we're going to go to, I'm saying money and career, right? I mean, some people aren't working right now, so it wouldn't be fair to just say career, right? That wouldn't be very good. There's different ways we can make money. So even 8th house ways. So we could do like insurance payout. Maybe you're waiting for a loan. Your partner's money. This could certainly be anything having to do with your partner's money. Any kind of investment, stock market, your career, you're going to change career, anything like that. Oh, look at that. Keeps coming up. What? Okay, I got the snake though. Okay. Something ending. All right. So, you know, feeling like in the past maybe you got kind of lucky with stuff, you know. Okay, we get the Lover's energy, got kind of lucky. I feel like we got the same thing right before. Okay. So, yeah, you know, initially feeling lucky, like you were really wanting to work at something, but then we have the Two of Cups in reverse, which is about separating from something, arguing, having to do with work, there being the separation. So either you quitting, getting fired, anything like that. Conversation not going smoothly, needs not being met. And then we have that working with the Four of Cups in reverse, which is about a new outlook, a new direction, some sort of new option, which is really good. Okay. So I feel like, you know, one of your plans fell through that you were working on, either it was a job or an idea, whatever it was. Now we have the Book of Knowledge. You need to learn something now. Okay, Chariot is a Cancer energy. So you need to, well, some of you might be doing some sort of selling a home, buying a home, some sort of real estate, anything to do with that. Could certainly be that. But it is about recognizing like that something is not working, and it's making the decision to get on that righteous path. Righteous sounds very like religious and like whatever, but it is towards that right path. It's towards you, right? It's towards the Cancer energy, which from a metaphorical perspective, you guys are all about feeling grounded, rooted, safe, and secure on like where you belong. Because we have this working with the Nine of Wands in reverse. Nine of Wands in reverse is about having faith in something, still feeling defensive though. You're not sure if you belong in it, still feeling a little paranoid, right? But you're having faith. You're having faith in something. You're not giving up. But you are dealing with a challenging energy here. This is somebody who's dishonest and not very nice. Very interesting, because you need to leave something that's very toxic, that you're still sticking around in, maybe because you just need the money right now, right? I mean, it could just certainly be that. We have this it's going into this energy of duplicity, right, with the Snake. And this is the near future energy. Let's see, we have the Strength card. King of Coins. Yeah. So we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. This indicates rejection or false start, delay. Somebody just not being nice. Somebody who can help you and they're not helping you. We have the King of Coins in reverse. This is a jealous energy. Somebody with no follow through. So it's like somebody can help you, but they're not Cancer. How messed up is that? Somebody's very duplicitous. They're talking out of both sides of their mouth with you. They're not being honest. They're leading you down the wrong way, the wrong path. But I'm so glad we do have the Strength energy here, which is good, because you are still like in the face of all of this, you're still going to be brave, and you're not going to be compromising your self-respect and your self-love, and what it is that you want, need, and desire, your level of creativity, your approach to something. That's very much the Strength energy. So now we have here the challenges in it's being able to take a chance moving forward. So the challenge is in learning a lesson, right? And just feeling like the challenge here is in letting go of something, letting go of an idea. Now, money could have something to do with something going on at home. So this could have to do with maybe a divorce, because the Ten of Cups reverse is the challenge here is divorce. The challenge could be here for you is that there is a completion of a goal or a lesson here. So something's completing. So this could certainly have to do with like a divorce. So if we're talking like settlement, alimony, child support, even if it's nothing like that, maybe there's some sort of issue going on at home, where there's some sort of completion of something, right? Then we have this working with the Five of Cups in the reverse, which is about a new outlook, a direction, and some sort of new opportunity. But you're challenged in this. It's like you're afraid. You have an opportunity, but you're very scared to take it. So you want to be careful of like analysis paralysis here. The near future, something is definitely ending, right? It's like there's the ending of something. We have the coffin. So something has transitioned. It's like there's a transitioning of something here. So we have the Nine of Coins, which is a nice energy. This is about luxury and self-sufficiency, financial gain. You're going to have extra money to do what it is that you really want to do. We have this working with the Page of Swords, which is about the truth coming out in a situation. And then the Ten of Swords in reverse is better than in the upright. This is about a new start, recovery, forgiveness, moving on from something. So, for those of you in a space where you are getting divorced or you're settling any sort of lawsuit, it looks like it's going to go in your favor and you're going to recover and you're going to be in a good space as far as whatever transaction needs to go on regarding that. This could be inheritance coming in as well, because that could indicate death. Somebody leaving you money. this could also indicate the ending of a job the way it was, but this other option coming in and you going for it and it being a better, definitely a better option for you and you're making more money. So anyway, that is what we have for that. Let's just throw some astrology here. 11th house, I like this because it has to do with your goals and your wishes. All right, that's really good. And we have this with Virgo, which is all about problem-solving energy. So you're going to be solving some problems, having to do with your goals and your wishes, doing a lot of communicating regarding this. Communication is key. Very good. Pluto, transformation. So something is transforming itself. Beautiful. Something's evolving into and away from something else. This is all about cycles. Pluto rules that 8th house, which is all about other people's money and investments. So really good energy for any of you dealing with any sort of lawsuit, inheritance, getting a loan, anything like that. Your partner might be making some good money during this energy as well. 4th house, roots. Okay. Yeah. Love it. That's you. You guys are the 4th house. So when you come up, it's like, good. Whatever's going to happen here, it's going to make you feel very grounded, rooted, safe, and secure, which is good. Okay, my friends, that is what I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.